morning.
This morning we are in Todoroki, which is a small section of the greater Tokyo, part of one of the 23 wards. And we're walking through this beautiful nature walk as well as a temple this morning. And it's actually the only valley in the 23 wards of Tokyo, which we thought was really cool.
And perfect for autumn to see all the autumn leaves, which is really nice time to do it. And it's also a really good cherry blossom viewing area, so maybe we'll have to come back when the cherry blossoms are out next year.
Yeah, there's also a few tombs which we are unfortunately unable to see, as well as other areas of the temple at the moment, as it seems like there's been some trees that have fallen over, so quite a bit of the walk is closed that is actually along the ravine itself, but there's still quite a nice bit along the sort of street area, but also there's some Japanese gardens and
definitely worth looking at. Even if the rest of it's closed, it's definitely worth coming to check out. But hopefully if you visit when you're here in Japan, it'll all be open and you can get to see the whole thing.
So come along with us today as we show you some of that, as well as some of the other awesome areas we're going to be exploring. So
let's go.
Let's go.
We are en route to the cat shrine,
Gotokuji
Temple. Shrine temple, So we're en route there. We've stopped off at Todoroki and did the what do you call it?
Ravine walk.
The ravine walk as much as we could do, and then we've just got the train and a tram to get here. It's a little bit more
SG line.
Yeah, it's a little bit more out of the way than I thought it would be. A bit more like is rural the word? Residential, yeah. But it's really sweet, so we're just on our way, and hopefully it lives up to everything we've read online. We're really excited about this one, so let's go in. The legend of Gotokuji Temple dates back to the early 17th century. The lord at the time narrowly avoided a big thunderstorm because he saw a cat inside the temple that seemed to be beckoning him inside. To show his gratitude, he decided to dedicate the temple to them, and this is why you see hundreds and thousands of lucky cats at the temple today. You can purchase a lucky cat at the administration building at the temple, and after your prayer, leave the lucky cat at the temple. If you do decide to take it home, it is advised that you bring it back to the temple after your prayer has been granted. This is the perfect spot to visit if you're in Japan, would like to see the temples and also love cats. And if you're lucky, you might even be able to purchase a lucky cat for yourself and leave it at the temple. I've just seen the cat shrine. It was busy actually. It's 2 o'clock on a Sunday, but there's still lots of people around.
Still quite different to what we've seen online. I thought there was a lot more space and usually a lot less people.
There's quite narrow pathways, I guess you could say, with the cats on either side, which is you gotta just choose your moment to have a look at them all, and you can't really stop for too long to have a look.
I think regardless, it's still a nice place to visit.
It's definitely worth going to. You've got to say you've at least once been to the cat shrine, so it was a cool experience. Unfortunately, the cats were all sold out that you could buy and put on the shrines. They said there were key rings available, but you had to take them home, but I think those were actually sold out too.
Everything was sold out at the shrine. I think that's something to keep ahead of if you are going to travel out this way. And it's definitely with the influx of tourists and everything, and also the amount of cats at the shrine. I think they're running out of space. And
they were in like random little spots, which was kind of funny because you could find them kind of anywhere, and if you look hard enough, you'll find some little tiny little cat, lucky cats.
Okay everyone, well Kelly's gone to go meet a friend, so I've taken you all on a bit of a side quest. We are in Akihabara, the electric town, also home to the old electronics black market here in Tokyo. And on Sundays they actually close all the roads here, so you can walk down the roads and it's absolutely lovely. And if you're looking for any sort of tech or retro gaming stuff, trading cards, anything hobby related, figures, this is the place to come. So come with me, we're gonna go to a few of my favorite stores and see if I can find any of the things I'm hoping to find. It's very hard to film in some of these places, so I won't be able to show you absolutely everything. But first we checked out Hobby Off. Now some of the prices in a lot of these places has especially gone up over the last while. Because it is Akihabara and you can find everything sort of one place, whether it is all those things I mentioned earlier, like your technology, your game consoles, especially retro gaming is a big one, and that's hence why you try Hobby Off. So if you want to find anything like that, definitely go further outside of Akihabara would be probably the best suggestion. But I'm going to try the Suragaya specialty stores now, see if there's anything in there. And I also popped into a small Gundam hobby store just across from the Hobby Off in Akihabara. But those are two of my places so far that I think are definitely worth checking out. But let's go see if we can find anything. So I've just tried the Suragaya tech store as well. Now I'm going to head on probably to the Mandarake complex. Probably the best place to go if you're looking for anything really that's pop culture related in Japan. The things I'm looking for currently, because if you've seen the Yokomo video, you'd sort of know quite into everything anime and pop culture. Searching for one or two specific Pokemon sets at the moment. Old VS series, things like Team Rocket, Team Magma, all from that e-reader sort of era, as well as a PlayStation Vita, which has been quite hard to find a good quality one for a fair price. But I'm on the hunt and hopefully we can find one. I hope today is going to be the day for that, but we shall see. Just walking downstairs from Mandarake at the moment. I managed to find a few cards that Kel is actually looking for, so I think she's going to be really happy with those. Some of the Pokemon Bandai set, pretty limited set, and a pretty cool one at that. I managed to find a bunch. Always check the folders, guys. Always check the folders. I finally found a PS Vita for a fairly reasonable price. Doubling back to one of the earlier tech stores we went and checked out, just so I think I saw a fairly priced case for it as well. So I'm going to see if I can find that now. And then we're going to head off probably towards Radio Kaikan direction. So I'd say today's been fairly successful so far. We found those cards for Kelly. I've got my PlayStation. It would be awesome if I can find some games for it now as well. But we'll sort of see how we go. But regardless, I'm really happy. Okay, so I've wrapped up at Radio Kaikan. I don't know how much I actually filmed, so it's going to be a surprise to me even how much. I'm heading to the Akihabara station now, the JR line, and probably going to try to head back now and meet up with Kelly, probably back at home, and see some of the cards I found for her as well, which will be cool to see. And yeah, it's been an awesome time here in Akihabara, and I highly suggest if you're into anything anime, gaming, manga, technology even to come check it out. And there's some great food spots here too. So yeah, I'll see you in a bit again. Shaun.